Did you know that basketball was invented by a Canadian PE teacher in the year 1891? Today, I'm here to explain this simple yet fun sport to you. I'll go over the rules, the different levels of competition you can play in basketball, and some of the famous NBA teams. So let's jump right in and talk about the rules. So the first rule is to score, you have to get the ball in the rim. So if you make it inside this 3-point line, it's only worth 2 points. But if you make it from outside the 3-point line, it's worth 3 points, which is why it's called the 3-point line. And if you get fouled while shooting, and we'll go over fouls later, it's worth 1 point from the free throw line. Each shot you make is only 1 point. The next rules I think are very important are double dribbling and traveling. So if you have the ball in your hands, you're not allowed to just walk around. You have to dribble while you're walking. But once you pick up your dribble, you're not allowed to start dribbling again, so you pass it to your teammate and they pass it back to you. Or if a player on the other team comes over and hits the ball out of your hands and you pick it back up, you're able to dribble again. But if you do double dribble or travel, it'll be a turnover and the other team will get the ball. The next rule is you don't want to go out of bounds. If you have the ball in your hands and you go out of bounds, it will be a turnover and the other team will get the ball. So even when you don't have the ball, you want to stay in bounds as much as you can so that you're always available for your teammates to pass it to you. The next rule is more of an offensive rule. So if you stand in the key, which is this line, across the free throw line, and down this line, if you stand in here for 3 seconds, but the rest will usually give you 4 or 5 seconds before they call it on you. They'll call 3 in the key on you, and it'll be a turnover, and the other team will get the ball. More of a defensive rule is fouling, and it can be offensive too. But if you push, shove, kick, hit, put 2 hands, or any of those types of things to a player on the other team when you're on defense, then it'll be a turnover, and the other team will get the ball. And if you're on offense and you just push someone over, that's considered a charge. It'll be a turnover, and the other team will get the ball. Now that you know the basic rules, we'll talk about the different levels of competition you can play basketball at. From like Parks and Rec's the lowest, and then the NBA is the highest you can play at. Parks and Rec's just like a local thing where you stay in town and play the other kids who had signed up for basketball at Parks and Rec. It's just like really easy, really laid back, not too serious. School ball, it's kind of serious. You travel to other kids at other schools and you play against them. And then the next level of competition is travel ball or club ball. That's when you travel to different states and play lots of different teams and other kids. And sometimes just for practice, you have to travel 45 minutes or more just to get to the gym. And then the next highest level is college or NBA, because lots of people don't make it past college. But in both of these levels, you get to play in front of millions of people because it's a televised thing. And if you do make it to the NBA, you get paid to play basketball in front of people. So now that you know about the NBA and stuff, some of the famous teams for the NBA are the Golden State Warriors. They've won the NBA Finals championship for like the last couple of years in a row. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they've been the people who have played against the Warriors the last couple of years in a row. They've both gone to the finals like 4 times in a row this year. And then the Los Angeles Lakers, they're a really famous team that are from California. They had a really good player named Kobe Bryant on their team last year. He retired last year, and he was one of their star players, and he got lots of people to like them. So those are just a couple of the NBA teams, but I think that's enough basketball knowledge for one day. So thank you for taking your time out of the day to listen to my basketball expository speech.